Be me, at coffee shop, super cute girl goes up to grab her drink. Looks like one of those lib health nuts. She turns and looks right at me. Actual 10 out of 10. Literally unable to move. Still staring. Can't help myself. She gives me a little frown. Tsundere.png walks right towards me. WTF.jpg. Completely frozen. Grabs me and takes me outside. In disbelief. Walks me to her car. As soon as the door closes, she tears my clothes off. I'm literally dripping. She starts sucking. Ecstasy.wav immediately dump my fluids in her mouth. She swallows without a second hesitation, goes for a few more minutes. I keep splashing my cream down her throat. She doesn't care, keeps swallowing. Suddenly she's had her fill, rolls down the window and tosses me out on the side of the road. My face when I get blown into the bushes by a gust of wind. My face when I won't decompose for at least 200 years. My face when I'm plastic straw. Frickin' littering piece of shit. Be me. Introverted anon. Meet girl at party. She's like a ball of energy. Whirlwinds in. Lights up the room. Everyone's drawn to her. I'm just standing in the corner, clutching my drink like it's a life preserver. She makes eye contact. Kinda freaks me out. She strolls over, starts talking to me. Hey, why are you hiding in this corner? The party's over there. My face when she's like a hyperactive sunbeam and I'm a sad little moon. Somehow we end up dating. She's always dragging me to social events. Come on anon, it'll be fun. Literally want to dig a hole and hide. She has a million friends, all super extroverted like her. I'm the odd one out, sitting awkwardly while she chats up everyone. Get dragged to karaoke night. Everyone is singing their hearts out and I'm just standing there, sweating. She pulls me up to sing the duet. My face when I accidentally hit a high note and everyone goes wild. She's laughing, I'm just hoping to disappear. Fast forward a few months, I still hate parties, but she brings out this weird side of me, actually starting to enjoy some of it. She convinces me to host a game night instead of going out. My place, my rules. Surprisingly, everyone has a blast. She's proud of me. Gives me that I knew you had it in you smile. Still hate socializing, but love this girl. Guess I'm turning into a slightly less awkward anon. That face when opposites attract, and I actually like it. Be me, mid-20s guy who works construction and enjoys a good game, bouncing between games like Final Fantasy, Doom, Dragon's Dogma, and more. Find Balatro on Steam, download to my deck, look up and 8 hours have passed. Become hard addicted, trying to get all achievements. Get score just shy of 100 million in a single hand after 130 hours. Weeks go by and I realize I'm hard addicted to this shit. Realize maybe I'd love poker, learn poker, end up at a casino, develop gambling addiction, go 10k in debt. Thank you Balatro. Game of the year. Be autist, have nothing to do. Decide to cast a magic spell because you gotta try every so often in case you do have those secret anime powers. Read 7 is magic number. Make text document called 7777.txt. Write a bunch of names while chanting bullshit. Next day, neighbor is found dead. Ask me anything. Been volunteering at the zoo, chatting with keeper about animals. Mentions that they let chimps watch movies in winter when they keep them inside. Turns out they love watching Planet of the Apes over and over. They also caught one of the chimps making a weapon. Should I be worried? Have a pair of jeans like Pickrell. Wore them twice after I bought them. First time I was driving to work. Fart. Feel ass all greasy and moist. Turns out I shit myself. Go home and switch pants. No witnesses. Second time I'm at bar, mildly drunk. Go to bathroom stall to piss. Fart. Shit myself. Quickly leave bar and ditch friends. Think no one noticed. Yesterday I was moving stuff to new apartment. I just spilled my coffee on my pants. Open drawer. The only pair of jeans left is the one I shit myself in twice. I have a job interview in 30 minutes and this is the only pair of pants I have to wear. Already feeling my guts churn and stomach hurting. I'm going to shit myself today, aren't I? Be me. 20-year-old neat. Spend all day scrolling 4Chan and playing video games. See my crush post a selfie on social media. She looks drop dead gorgeous. Like, holy shoot, how is someone that hot in my life? Crowd of dudes commenting fire, goddess, wife material. My heart sinks. Think about all the times we could have hung out, but I was too scared to ask. Realize I missed my chance. That's when I remember, it should have been me. Grab my phone and type a comment. You look amazing. Heart pounding. Man up. Try to comment as cool as possible. She replies, thanks, with a smile emoji. Feels good man.jpg. Fast forward a week. See her posting about this dude at the coffee shop. He's a jock, muscular, and has a killer smile. Realization hits me like a ton of bricks. He's wearing the same shirt I've got in my closet. That face when I literally own that exact outfit. Why wasn't it me? Begin spiral of existential dread. Spend hours plotting my perfect life, getting ripped, starting a YouTube channel, becoming a meme lord. Finally get pumped to change my fate. Go outside for the first time in months. Panic because people are scary. Retreat back to my room. My face when the jock is posting selfies with my crush now. It should have been me. Be me. Still scrolling 4chan. Still alone. At least I have my memes. My face when I realize I'm gonna die a lonely neat. That face when it should have been me, but I'll just settle for being a meme instead. Be me. Get invited to wedding. Meet cute girl. After talking for a while and dancing, we sneak out. We make out like there's no tomorrow. Go back for a moment to drink something. My mum comes by and says, "Oh, Anon, I'm so glad you get along with your cousin. I was talking to her mum and we'll be visiting them next month." What the frick? Turns out we're second cousins. We freak out for like 5 minutes, get a bottle of cheap wine when nobody's looking. We decide to keep it going because F it, not like we're gonna get married or anything. And me, 2 years ago. Neat. People call me lazy AF and a shame for society and family. And me now. Found apprentice place. Work 10 to 11 hours daily. People call me out as a freak for loving my job and working so much. What the F is wrong with society? Give her a hug. Hug for a very long time. Worry I'm hugging for too long. Do you want me to let go? She squeezes me tighter. That makes me feel very lonely, friend. But also very happy for you. Wishing the best for you two. Brother is a history teacher for kids in 5th grade. Told me he brought up 9/11 to his class. Said kids went instantly insane. They didn't know it was real. One kid said he thought it was just a meme. Be me. Past couple of days. Last few days of school, so nobody gives a shoot what happens. Kids have been playing Smash Bros on the board using a projector. Always loved Smash. Played it since I was a kid. Socially awkward though, so haven't asked to join. Be me today. Bring in Switch to class to kill some time until next period. Kids are still playing Smash, but need more controllers. They notice my Switch and ask if they could use my controllers. They say I could play too. Yes.jpg. I join. It's a 7-player match. Little nervous because I'm used to 1v1. Pick Ridley and beat everyone. Wow, Anon's a god at Smash. Keep playing. Place first like 3 times. Period ends. I leave with my controllers. Feel happiest I've felt in a while. Thank you, Smash Bros. Sorry, English is not my mother tongue. Hanging out with childhood friends, girl and boy, in the calm, local woods back when we were 17. Take my camera with me to take pics of the clear night sky and comfy fire, etc. Arrive at day and we set up our tents, secure the fireplace, etc. Sun begins to set. We still don't have enough wood. Stay at our place and prepare food while friends are collecting wood nearby. Girlfriend comes back without wood. She gives me a weird stare, then looks at the camera, takes it and goes away. Shrug it off, she can be odd sometimes. 20 minutes later, friends return, both with enough wood for the fire. Guy friend starts making the fire. Girlfriend turns to me and gives me my cam back. I found it in the brushwood, she says, but you took it from me earlier. Laugh it off. She raises an eyebrow and guy friend mentions, "What are you talking about? She's been with me the whole time." Check their faces to see if they're serious. They look concerned. Guy friend suggests to check the cam. Go through the pics. Blurred random pics of trees and the ground. One pic shows my friends far away on the edge. Meanwhile, girlfriend starts to panic. My hair stood on end. Pics get clear more and more. Friend jumps and starts crying when she sees the next pics. They are of herself looking at the cam with a death stare and fake smile to emotionless faces. She takes the cam and throws it in the fire. We get the F out of there. She's been in therapy for years. Guy friend and me also consider taking it. Be me. 25, walking home from class, dental school, see homeless woman, no older than I was, maybe 23 at most, don't want to walk around her rudely, say hello. She seemed scared. She was really dirty, but had these eyes like humble pools of water. Chat for a little bit. I grew up hearing that homeless people really appreciate human contact, plus I didn't have any money to give her. Find out that she was kicked out by her parents when she was 20, been roaming around the streets ever since. Almost ashamed to be thinking that she was a 7 out of 10. She didn't even smell as bad as most homeless I've encountered. Offer her a shower and a meal at my house. Still very shy, but she had that humble, thankful look in her eyes. Get to my appointment. Neighbours giving us dirty looks. Get inside, show her to the bathroom. Find some lady shower stuff that my ex at the time had left. She comes out after about 35 minutes wrapped in a towel. Pile of filthy towels and washcloths. No joke, 8 out of 10 without the dirt. Give her some of my ex's clothes. Nothing fancy, but she looked like a proper lady. Made a pasta/red bean salad while she was washing up. We're eating. She bursts into tears. No one has ever been this nice to me. I can't repay you, but if you want, you're a lovely woman, but it wouldn't be right. Look of relief on her face tells me I did the right thing. We finish eating in silence and she asks if I can take her back to her spot. I walk her home with a few extra clothes, soaps, blankets, and the leftovers. Get to the spot and she tears up and gives me a kiss on the cheek. Thanks me for everything and she says that she'll never forget me. Walk by her spot most days after class. Sometimes I'll bring some dinner for us. Sometimes I bring lunch before class. We become pretty good friends. It's not even that weird that it started out as an act of charity. Do this almost every day for about 2 months. In that time, she got a job at Panera and supplied some of the meals for us. She takes showers usually once a week at a nearby shelter by this time. Pretty much back on her feet, but still homeless. I usually get a kiss on the cheek like that first night when I leave. Invite her back again one night, saying that a change of setting could be nice. Get to the house, and she nearly pounces on me, making out wildly, not even thinking about what she could have. I don't even care at this point. We effed wildly for a few hours. She legit put all of her gratitude into it. Don't see her for about a week after. Got checked by doctor. Didn't catch anything. Keep doing the lunches/dinners. Occasional F back at my place. She has a pretty good bit of money saved up from work/donations. We decide to make it official. I was skeptical when she moved in. I had been robbed by past girlfriends and didn't know what to expect. Have grade 6 first night. Wake up in this really nice fog. Don't want to get out of bed. She isn't there. Oh frick, I'm a dumbass.jpg. Smell fire of some kind. Run to the kitchen. She looks horrified that she burnt the eggs. Relieved AF. I reassured her that it's fine. Every day after that, we would leave the apartment together. I'd walk her to work and walk around until lunch, then class. Pick her up after work. It was a really nice little schedule we had. We would both be so tired from work and class that we'd just crash back at our place. This went on for a few months. It was heaven. She was extremely loyal too, like how a rescue dog would do anything for its owner. Not the best analogy, but work with me. She picked up some great cooking skills at that Panera job. Her sandwiches had everything, plus that love and gratitude. After a few months, I graduated with a DDS and joined a really nice practice. She kept working at Panera, bringing in whatever she could, but I was making some serious money now. At this point, I'm 27, she's 26. Happiest people on earth. In that year of dating, I never found her sleeping around, stealing. She was off all her drugs. Decided I found the right girl. 5 years later, Grace and I are happily married and expecting our first son in a few months. Some nights, she still cries at how kind I was that first night, but I was the only one who was lucky enough to have polished that diamond I found in the gutter. Really freaking love eating my girl out. Love hearing the sounds she makes. One time realized she makes a different kind of moan depending on what I'm doing. The sounds she makes vary in pitch. I can make her make specific noises at will. Tried to play the Darth Vader theme on her. Almost got it. She snaps out of euphoria the second she figures out what I'm trying to do. Mood killed instantly. She doesn't trust me down there again. That feeling when I'm not allowed to eat coochie anymore. Anon asked the great philosopher, are small breasts better or large? The great philosopher replied, suppose you had $100 in bills and $100 in coins. Which would weigh more? The coins, Anon said. Ah, the great philosopher responded, but which would have the greater value? Anon was enlightened. Tarded brother, be young. Have a brother 1 year older. Mother gets daily visitors. Each time she gets a visitor, she locks us in a room, looks away and says, look out for your tarded brother. Each one of us thinks the other is tarded. Mother dies. Still don't know which one of us was the tarded one. Be in high school, 2012-ish, straight. Best friend comes over to my house. Start gaming like usual on the Xbox 360. Later in the night, he confesses he has feelings for me. I was understanding, but told him I don't have that same attraction to him. It's okay, Anon. I get crushes on a lot of boys. I'll let it pass. Continue gaming with him like we always do. He gets over his crush on me within a few weeks. Finds a new man who's actually gay. You thought I was gonna do some gay ass shit, didn't ya? This is a green text of violence, greed, lies, love, sex, conspiracy, death, and chocolate. This is a story of the time I sold chocolate in high school. Be me. Grew up in a low-income family. Beginning of freshman year. School is organising a trip to Europe next year. $3,200. I want to go. School offers fundraiser by selling chocolate bars from local candy business. No one but me fundraises because all the other kids are rich fags who have the trip immediately paid for. How it works is that you buy chocolate at 50 cents each. The money you spend is transferred to your trip account. Then you sell it for $1 to make it back. So it's $1 chocolate and you make 50 cents for each one sold. There were 5 flavors: milk, peanut butter, caramel, pretzel. Time to get to work. Buy a box of chocolate and start selling it around the school. It goes well. Sell the entire box within 3 days. Then another and another. By the end of the month, I'd sold 10 boxes. Then, fortune strikes. School shuts down vending machines for health wellness reasons. No one can buy snacks from anyone from school. Everyone turns to me for their snacks. Profits through the roof. Hell yes.png. Raise $1,000 in 3 months. At this rate, I'll have the trip funded in no time. I should mention how I get the boxes. At first, the teacher who was organising the trip kept a whole bunch of boxes in his office, and I would pick up what I needed. But eventually I grew out of this method, and after I got my license, I would take my dad's truck and buy chocolate by bulk and store them in my cold basement. I would also keep the chocolate I would be selling in a mini fridge to be cold when I start selling. A true businessman. So I keep selling. October, and I'm with the 8 out of 10 selling her some chocolate. We'll call her Abby. Hey Anon, are you going to homecoming? No, I don't think so. Why? Oh, no reason. Pick up signals. Are you going? I don't know. I mean, I have a group, but no one is going with me, you know? Yeah. do you want to go to homecoming with me? She smiles. Of course. Chocolate just gave me a date. Go to homecoming. Enjoy myself, and so does Abby. We start dating. Chocolate gave me a girlfriend. After a month of dating, I convince Abby to sell chocolate on my behalf as well. Now I have my friend, Abby, and Hugh employed to my chocolate business. So we continued selling chocolate for the rest of the year. At the end of the year, I made $16,340. Wow.wav. So to any normal person, this should have been raising alarms. However, I got lucky to have the teacher who didn't care or understand how much money I was making. By all definitions, I was breaking school policy. Maybe he felt pity for me and my family's financial situation. I'll never know. On the day before the trip, he emailed me that he needed to give me the money in person before the trip instead of during, since you can only bring a certain amount of cash overseas. I emailed him back and I would meet him at a restaurant. I texted Hugh to pick me up and drive me to the meeting place and then drop me off. I'd need protection when carrying more money than I've ever seen in my life. It went down like in movies. We walk in and my teacher was sitting at a table. He got up, carrying a manila folder, and walked past us, handing me the folder when walking past out the door. We walked out of the restaurant and he drove me back to my house. I opened the folder, $100 bills. Hugh got to my house and I tipped him $100. Thanks, boss. Am I a mob boss now? The next day, I bring $400 in cash for the trip and I go to Europe. It was a fun trip, went to multiple countries, and I'm glad that this was my first vacation, although I wish my family could have afforded it. I came back with gifts for my family and a beautiful amber necklace from Krakow for Abby. Overall, the summer was great. First day of junior year, I came back to school a free man. Not carrying a box of chocolate felt weird. I didn't know what to do with my life. I was walking next to Abby in the hallway. Maybe I'll join a club, or I walked past a poster on the wall. I stopped and looked at it. Japan trip. Next year. $4,000. Abby saw me looking at the poster on the wall. Oh no, don't tell me. Yep. She smiles. Time to get to work. So this trip was organized differently than the one before. It was a different group. A group of teachers who organized it had no sponsored fundraisers, and you had to make payments to the trip instead of the funds going to an account. I asked the teachers if I could do my own fundraiser. They agreed. I re-established my contact with the chocolate shop. The little Italian owner loved me and knew me by name. I asked if I could fundraise for my next trip. He said yes. I bought 30 boxes of chocolate and loaded them into my truck and started organizing. So I knew I had a good thing going here and that I could make huge money. But I needed to expand my market. I first go to people I know in other schools to see if they want to work for me. I get 3 guys from 3 different schools to work for me. Next, I expand the delivery system. I get Hugh to go and ship chocolate to my house every other day. I then finally turn my basement into my chocolate HQ. Boards filled with numbers and boxes sold and who has what amount of boxes. Chocolate boxes are placed out by flavor on fold-out tables, waiting to be sold. The guys would call me when they needed chocolate and I would have a box waiting for them behind my house in the morning. I paid everyone who worked for me by the amount of boxes they sold in 2 weeks. I continued to pay Hugh in peanut butter chocolate because cocaine pays. This goes on for months. I'm running a full-out chocolate business out of my house and I'm making tons of money. I have enough money that I start to pay for groceries and other stuff for my family. They are grateful and they turn a blind eye to my chocolate empire I'm growing. Soon, I sell over $10,000 in chocolate. Damn. I keep most of it as I'm not a big spender. Competition comes. The most popular girl in school starts selling chocolate for her trip to Japan. She's a 10 out of 10. The frick? She is taking serious business from me, leaving me with almost nothing. I think over my options. Light bulb. I do the math. It'll work out. I go up to Cutie Pie. She smiles. Want to buy some chocolate? Put on most Chad voice. No, but I want to offer you something. She looks at me puzzled. I want to fund your entire trip. She looks even more puzzled. What? I hand her a wad of cash, $4,000. She's beaming. Really? Only if you sell for me. She nods her head. Anything for the cash. She snatched the cash out of my hand. I now have the most popular girl in school working for me. Nice. Junior year ends and the grand total is $20,000. My investment in Cutie Pie worked. She's one of my biggest sellers. Over the summer, my employees and I become an actual friend group. We hang out, go camping the works. Summer ends and we are ready for our last year selling together. We get a letter in the mail about new school policy. No eating in the halls or classrooms. No peanuts or nuts of any kind. Shit. We gather to decide what to do. We decide to go underground. We hide chocolate in our backpacks and sell in the shadows. The demand for snacks is greater than ever, and dealers for snacks start popping in. Most we pay off to stop selling. The good sellers we hire. I now have 15 employees working for me, racking in the money. Some dealers get caught selling and get detention. They never rat us out, or Hugh would end them. Fugitively or literally, I don't know. The year went by with one interruption. Cutie Pie was going to rat on us. Apparently there was a reward for the identity for a criminal chocolate dealer. She wanted to cash in. One of our dealers intercepted that. Hugh went to work. Next day she wasn't at school. I asked Hugh what he did. I didn't do anything, boss. She was in a car crash. He smiled. Cutie Pie was in hospital from a car T-boning her. Head trauma. Doesn't remember anything at all. Turns out that Hugh bought a used car under a false identity and followed her till he had the perfect time to strike and ram into her. He doesn't have a scratch on him. I pay him with a box of peanut butter chocolate bars. Eventually they caught on to scheme, but it was too late. It was graduation time and the end of selling. I sold 101,381 chocolate bars in my high school year. That's $50,000. I kept about 30,000 for myself, went to Japan, and I loved every moment. Me and girlfriend go to business school together. I can pay off most of my school when I graduate. Hugh runs a gang selling illegal goods. My friends all in some way go into business field. I ran a chocolate syndicate as a mob boss. I was an employee, a lover, a boss, a friend. Chocolate changed my life for the better, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. I'm open for questions if anyone wants to know anything about me or my old business.